which corresponds to the energy storage. Which term corresponds to the energy storage? What property tells you what physical property tells you that a material stores energy? It is rho Cp dt by dt, right? This is what is the storage energy, storage of energy, right? Moment you put, there is a heat capacity associated with the material. Now, moment you supply some energy, the heat capacity ensures that there is a amount of energy that has been stored. Correct?
Yes, sir. Yes,
now, what is the mechanism of heat transfer through which it is losing heat? When
convection.
you are putting,
convection.
Yes, very good. So then, how does the energy balance comes out? How does the energy balance comes out? Anybody?
Rho Cp dt by dt is equal to HA delta T.
But rho Cp dt by dt equal to HA delta T. If I put, units are consistent. The units are consistent in both the sides? Most probably no. So you need to add a V here. Okay. And see, you have to, how do you do an energy balance here? Input, okay, minus output is equal to what? Is equal to what? Is equal to accumulation, right? Okay, so you may see that, for there is input, no input, that is 0. The way it is taken out is minus H into E into, say, what will be delta T here? Anybody? What is delta T here? Say T ball
minus T infinity.
Minus T infinity means T oil, right? That will be equal to what? That will be equal to rho Cp V dt by dt, right? So this is your energy balance equation, right? Clear? Now, what you have to do? You have to integrate, correct? How do you integrate? See, what you do in this equation, what you do, you assume that theta equal to, say, you assume that theta is equal to T minus T infinity, okay? Or T ball, which is the variable. Let us go for T, that makes much easier. T is the variable temperature and T infinity is the temperature which is outside. So here also, you may just, get rid of this B, because then, you have a correlation with this. This is the variable temperature, okay? So this T and this T is same. So this is your dependent variable, essentially, right? So if you enforce theta equal to T minus T infinity, what happens? This is a transformation that you give to this equation. So how does this equation modify to? Can anybody tell me? What is the new equation that comes up? If I replace in that equation theta equal to T minus T infinity, what do I get? Quickly.
Minus HA theta equal to rho Cp V dt by dt.
Can you repeat?
Minus HA theta.
HA theta.
Rho Cp.
इसके साथ ही?
No, equal to. Rho Cp V dt by dt. D theta by dt.
D theta by dt, okay?
Yes.
Now you notice that for a given geometry, V, CP, rho, AHA all are constant, right? So what I
Yes,
do, I say that AHA, okay, divided by rho CP V. This is equal to M. So what do I get?
minus m theta equal to d theta by dt.
D theta by dt plus
M
M
theta.
theta equal to 0, right? So now what is the
Yes.
solution? Theta equal to what?
Uh,
जल्दी से करो, क्या solution है?
e to the power minus m.
E to the power
minus m theta.
right? So you can write ln theta equal to minus mt
Plus c.
plus c, right? What is
Yes.
the boundary condition here? So rather than boundary condition, you have an initial condition, right? At t equal to 0, right? Theta equal to what? Theta 0, right? Which is equal to what? T0 minus T infinity. Because if you notice at the problem, what is the with an initial temperature of 520 degree, it is given that what is theta 0, correct? And then you say that outside room temperature, that is 520 to 25, and then later on this is becoming, at some point of time it is becoming T infinity, correct? So your theta 0 is what? Your theta 0 is what? Theta 0 is, I mean T0 is 520, correct? So then what is C1? Can anybody tell me what is this C? Can anybody tell me? If I replace the boundary conditions. And then what is the solution is coming in terms of this equation? Say if at t equal to 0, theta is equal to theta 0, then what is the solution?
C
What
is
is the
equals to ln 520.
5 ln?
520.
But ln theta 0, right?
Yes, sir.
So then what is the final solution? Theta by theta 0 is equal to what?
e to the power minus mt.
Very nice. E to the power minus mt. Fantastic. So this is your, so you now see if this is the situation, then you get an unsteady equation like this. So it is exponentially decaying function. Correct? Now since we have set up the equation, now our job is, now the question comes that there is a sphere, there is a cylinder, and then there is a cube. Correct? So how do we go about? What is my first question? What is my first question? Can anybody read for me? What is the first question? Yes, quickly. Who is there? Jaldi se padho. What is the first question? A.
Make a general balance for the time
Yes.
required by a solid volume V with
Hmm.
surface area A to reach a temperature T from initial temperature T0 with surrounding temperature T infinity.
So did I get that? So M has heat transfer coefficient, theta 0 is corresponding to T0. Okay, and then theta and theta 0 both are corresponding to T0 and T infinity. M has all the parameters like what? HA, rho, CPV. So as you read, so essentially I have make a general energy balance, solid volume V, surface area A to reach a temperature T from the this, right? So what is my, in terms of T, what is my equation? In terms of T, what is my equation? If I now go back to the transformation, what is my equation in terms of T? Can anybody prompt me? What is my equation? So the equation comes out to be T minus T infinity, okay, divided by T0 minus T infinity is equal to what? E to the power minus HA divided by rho CPV into T. So if you notice in this term, all the materials properties are embedded. I know T0 to be 520, right? I do not know what is T infinity. I know T is the variable temperature, correct? Now, what is the second question? Can anybody tell me? So I have the balance equation. What is the second question? B, question B. You have to be prompt here, right? Yeah. Tell.
To determine that the like for which solid object the time required for 85% change of temperature will be the longest.
Correct. Correct. So how do we do that? For a sphere first. What are the parameters that are changing here? For a sphere, cylinder, and a cube, what is the parameter? I have said that the material remains to be the same, right? So what is the parameter changing?
A.
Only
area?
A.
Yes,
Only
sir.
A.
Volume is given as same, so only A.
Only area is changing. We have given equal mass on same material, right?
Yes, sir.
So then volume remains to be the same. Equal mass is given.
Since the density and mass both are same, so volume will also be the same.
Correct. So what is the area of the sphere? Can you calculate?
4/3 pi r cube.
Per cube area.
Sorry, not sir. Area. I mean
4 pi r square.
4 pi r square. Yes, sir. Sorry.
Correct. So what is the area for a sphere? 4 pi r square. So how much is it coming? R you do not know, right? So for a sphere, it turns out to be what? It turns out to be A is equal to what? 4 pi. How much is 4 pi? 12.6 r square, correct? 57 r square, right? For a cylinder, say here you have to really be careful because what?
2 pi RL plus 2 pi R square.
Because you have given another constraint that what?
Diameter is like the height is given as diameter, so I think it should be 6 pi r c cube, like r radius of cylinder times cube. That is
so
the
what
volume.
is that?
So
What is the volume?
just a minute.
Volume will be pi r square h, right? And r and h are same, correct? So you have what? Pi r cube, correct? This is another constant. And then what is that? What is the other constant that you have? So you do it a bit different way because otherwise R you will confuse. You say that the radius of the cylinder is C, pi c square h, okay? And then you go for pi c cube because h equal to c, right?
Sir, h equals to 2c. 2 pi.
What?
H equals to 2c.
It's given as diameter, like length is equal to the diameter.
Length is equal to the diameter, right? So this should be c by 2, right? See, first let us consider c to be the radius, okay? So then h will be what?
2c.
H will be 2c, right? So this will be 2 pi c cube, correct?
Yes, sir.
2 pi c cube. Now, what is the other constant that I have? That all the objects are of equal volume, right? This is what is given, right? Same material and equal mass. 3 shapes having chosen of same material and equal mass. And if they have equal density, then what will happen? They have equal volume also. So you have another relationship with what is that? 2 pi c cube is equal to what? 4 by 3
pi r
pi
cube.
pi r cube, right? So you have a relationship between C and R, right? And from there, what is the relationship between C and R coming?
C is equal to r times 2 by 3 to the power 1 by 3. That's what it is. 2 by 3 to the power 1 by 3 times r is equal to C.
How much is coming C and R? To simplify it, no?
Point 873.
0.873 R. C is equal to 0.873 R, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, express area of cylinder in terms of R. How much is it coming? Just like you have gone for area in terms of R for a sphere, you go for a cylinder.
Sir, area should be approximately 14.27 r square.
14.27 R square. Now for cube,
Yes, sir.
so in cube you will have V equal to what? Volume equal to volume of a cube is what? A cube, right?
Yes,
And
sir.
that is equal to what? Volume of the sphere, that is 4 by 3 pi r cube, right?
Yes, sir.
Now from there you will have a relationship between A and R. What is that? A and R, A is equal to what?
4 pi by 3 to the power 1 by 3. That is
1.6 R.
Very good, 1.6 R, right? Now you replace back to what? You calculate now the area. What is the area of a cube?
6A square.
6A square, right? Now from here you replace A to R, and then how much do you get for 6A square in terms of R?
15.36.
15.6. So you have, what are the three? Now you summarize for sphere, how much is your area? For sphere, how much is your area? About 12.6, right? R square. Correct? This is for sphere. For cylinder, how much is the area? Somebody has calculated 14.2 R square, right?
yes, sir.
And
14.
for cube, what is the area?
15.6.
15.36.
15.6 R square. So what does it tell?
The surface area of sphere is minimum, and like even though the volumes are equal, but the surface area.
So if the surface area is minimum, then time required for change, 85% change will be longest for which? That is your question, right?
Yes, sir.
So for which one your time requirement will be longest? एरिया जितना ज्यादा होगा हीट ट्रांसफर उतना ज्यादा होगा ना?
Yes, sir. तो स्फीयर का सबसे
कम है इसलिए
like
उसके
longest
लिए
time
सबसे
लेगा.
longest होगा, right?
Yes.
Clear? Right? Now the third question. What is the third question? Can you read?
Okay. Consider a solid sphere with initial temperature T naught and immersed in a large thermal reservoir of temperature T infinity. If this sphere reaches a steady temperature after the time theta, what will be the time required in terms of theta by the sphere to reach steady state if the radius of the sphere is tripled?
Right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let us go back to the equation. How do you go about that? So we have the equation now, right? Where is my equation? This is the equation, right? So in that, what is the case? Consider solid sphere, initial temperature T0, T infinity. If the sphere reaches a steady temperature after a certain time theta. So you may see that apart from A and V, nothing is changing, correct?
Yes, sir. Here only this first formula we have to vary A and B. For one case we have to write like for theta, and for
Yes.
like another variable we have to write.
Yes. Yes. So please do that. I think this will be better to keep it as a problem in the home that you continue. Okay. So those who are sitting silent, they should also read, right? Otherwise, you'll develop very timid personality. I can see only a few are responding to my calls. I'm telling you, this is a habit, and this habit will remain until your campus interview and all, and then you cannot complain. So you should be proactive in responding to my calls. Otherwise, it will develop in your personality. So I request somebody else should read problem 2. And it should not be, I will be requesting for 5 minutes and then you speak. That's a very bad habit. When I request, it should be immediate. Any leader of a company, any CEO of a company doesn't sit down and wait for things to happen. They make things happen. All of you are leaders, so you should be prompt in action. I wish that sort of energy in the class. Just turning on online, then there is no point in me sitting here and discussing with you. And I can see also the attendance of the class is reducing. And then you may complain later that the professors are sending you only video lectures. This is the reason why they do it. You are not interested. When they try to help you, you remain silent or you do something else. You have now grown up and you have to really interact, you have to really communicate, you have to make sure that you participate. So I wish problem 2 is read by somebody else, who wants to become a CEO later of a company. Yeah, come on. Somebody else. You have 10 seconds. Hello. Nobody is there. Nobody wants to be the CEO. Everybody wants to be in the home. Yeah, somebody else. I'll pick up names now then. That's bad actually. That's very bad. Yeah, please go ahead.
An asbestos pad with K equals to 0.175 watt per meter per Kelvin square in cross section measures 0.07 meter on a side and increases linearly to 0.14 meter on the side at the other end. The length of the pad is 0.18 meter. Assume one directional heat flow. If the temperature of the smaller and the larger ends are 650 Kelvin and 400 Kelvin respectively, calculate the heat flow rate if the other four sides are insulated.
Correct. So how do I go about this? Let us keep interacting. What is the variation of area with respect to X, right? That is my first bone of contention, correct? Yes? Hello?
Yeah, so it is varying linearly. The side of the square is at one end it is 0.07 and the other end is 0.14.
So what is the area at one end?
So it is 0.49.
0.07 into 0.07, right?
Yeah, so the
this is at
41%
one end, right? What is in the other end?
So other end it is 0.14 into 0.14.
So what will be my slope? So it's linearly varying, right? So I put an x. And how is it linearly varying? Divided by what? This is the slope, right? Y equal to mx plus c, correct? What is the denominator here?
0.18.
Fantastic, 0.18. You see, this is what I wished from the class. You know, you should be all responsive. So now, what is your equation comes out with the area? कितना टाइम लग रहा है?
So 0.0049
Yes.
Plus 0.082x.
Very good. 0.082x, right? Now what should you do? So now you have settled the matter with respect to the area. Now what should you do? What is your next target? Your next target is to do a kind of energy balance now, right? You want to perform an energy balance, correct? That is your next target. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
So how will you go about that? So what is your energy balance? What is the mode of heat transfer here? What does it say?
Conduction.
Right.
Conduction.
So suppose you have Q at x and you have Q at x plus delta x, right? So it's a now we can consider that this is a steady heat conduction that is going on, right? So Qx into Ax, right, minus Qx into Ax plus delta x should be equal to what? In steady state should be equal to what?
So 0.
0, right? So you have what? So how should I write this differential equation? Limit x tends to 0, d of what?
Q.
AQ, no? A is varying and Q is also varying, right? d of AQ by dx equal to 0, correct? Am I correct?
Yes.
What
sir.
is the limit here? Delta x is tends to 0, correct? Yeah. So then what is the solution here?
Sir, AQ is constant.
Very nice. So I have a solution of what? AQ is equal to C or C1. Right? Now, what is C1? How do I get C1? What is my A0, Q0? Right now you have calculated, right? What is my A0, Q0? Just now you have calculated, right? You're starting from what? So A0, Q0 is equal to what? Is equal to 0.0049. See, you have two rectangular boxes, no? So you're starting from here to here and linearly this is changing, correct? So then what is your equation comes out to be? Equation turns out to be AQ equal to A0, Q0, right? Now what you do, what is your A? What is your relationship with A? Just now you have found out what is the relationship of A you have found out. This implies what? 0.0049 plus
0.081x.
x into what? Now Q is what? Q is what? Conduction, right? Q is what?
Conduction.
K into dt by dx, right? Is equal to what? 0.0049 Q0. Is it correct? Have you got it?
Yes, sir.
Now integrate. So integration from what to what? What is the temperature and all given? So what is the temperature? How will you
650
integrate?
to 4.
Very nice. Yeah. What will be my integration?
From means minus 0.0049 plus 81x.
650 to how much? 400. Correct.
Yes, sir.
And then for what? This is for what? This is with dt. Correct.
Yes.
Is equal to what?
Dx by 0.0049 plus
Q0 divided by what? What will be my denominator here? Thermal conductivity is how much?
0.0175.
75.
Right.
17.
And then what is my limit? I have dx, and dx is how much? You know what is the length? I have 0.018, right?
Yes.
And dx divided by what? What will be my limit? 0.0049.
Plus 0.082x.
0.82x, right? So this is my whole problem. So what is Q0? What is the expression for Q0 now? Tell me. Quickly integrate करो और बोलो Q0 क्या है? Anybody got the answer?
So 1 minute.
Yes, how much?
Sir, approximately 33 kilojoules.
Joule. Why? Q0 is what? What is the unit of Q0?
Sir, is it approximately 2780.5 Q naught? value of Q naught is 2780.5.
I have some other value 526, but it can be wrong. Okay.
So
So
Q
you
naught is
check.
equals to 145.
Yes, it can be. I mean, you calculate it correctly. I have the value of 526 watt per meter square. Anyways, now what is the heat flow rate then? Whatever value you have got, what is the heat flow rate? How do I calculate heat flow rate?
Sir,
Yeah.
in the RHS, actually the upper limit is 0.18.
0.18, right? Yeah. Yes. And then what is the number coming then?
Something 526.96.
Yes,
Yes, sir,
526.
527. I'm sorry,
526. And then what is the heat flow rate then?
So 1 second.
So heat flow rate is, it is said that it is insulated from every side and in this direction the heat is only flowing, where the area change is a function of x.
Sir, it's 2.582.
Yes, 2.58 watt. That is correct, right? Great. Next problem. So this is a critical insulation thickness, okay? Yeah, somebody reads for me. Quickly, don't waste time. Yeah, Bolo.
Asbestos was widely used in many construction material prior to 1970. It is widely used in plumbing pipes as it is inexpensive, non-corrosive, and can be easily blended with other materials. Asbestos insulation is widely used on heating pipes and occasionally other pipes in the buildings. For a part, what will be the critical radius of insulation for asbestos with K equal to 0.172 watt per meter Kelvin surrounding a pipe which is exposed to air temperature of 295 Kelvin with H equal to 3 watt per meter square Kelvin.
Yes, so what is the critical radius? You remember? What is
Yeah.
RC?
R naught equal to H by K.
So can you quickly
R
calculate?
naught is equals to K by H.
K by H. Okay, sir.
Yes, so what will be our RC?
37 mm.
37 mm, sure. What is K?
0.172.
RC equal to 0.172 divided by, what is H? H is what?
Sir, it is coming 57. Sorry.
57.33, right?
Yeah.
So what next? What is the next question that you have?
By what percentage has the addition of asbestos insulation led to an increase or decrease in the heat transfer rate?
No, B.
No. Okay, sir. Calculate the heat loss from 485 Kelvin, 50 mm diameter pipe without insulation and when covered with the critical radiation of insulation.
Correct. So how do you calculate that?
Yes, sir. Q
What
equal
is the
to 2 pi. Yeah. Q
what
equal
is the
to 2 pi
formula?
L 2 pi L into Ti minus T infinity upon ln R naught upon Ri by K plus 1 upon R naught H.
Correct? Yeah. So calculate करो जल्दी से. First is without insulation, right? And then with insulation. And insulation with critical radius. Yeah, what is the rate of heat transfer without insulation? Anybody? What is the formula that you're using there? What is the mechanism of heat transfer there? Anybody? Without insulation?
Sir, without insulation, it will be convection.
So what is the formula?
Yes, sir. Q per unit length equal to h into 2 pi r into Ti minus T infinity.
So how much is coming? HA delta T, right? 2 pi R, 2 pi L, right? Yeah. So how much will be the Q1?
So just calculate it.
So we have to find it Q per unit length, right? Because we
Yes,
don't know
yes.
the value file.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Sir, 89.5
Very
kilojoule.
good. Very good. Now, how for Q2, what will you do? As it is given here, this formula you use, right? And you use there R equal to RC. RC you have already calculated to be 57.33 millimeter. Be very careful while using the length in millimeter and meter. So not calculate. इतना time क्यों लग रहा है? All in calculator.
Sir, 247.8.
Some mistake is made.
80.
No.
So 51.85.
I have 112.
Sir, my is 115.
Right. Yeah. Somewhere in there, like, I can be wrong also. You just calculate. Okay. So you will see that other problems are also in the same line. So I have given the problems in such a manner so that let me just go back to the slide and stop sharing. Sorry. It went out, network issues. There is an echo. Okay. So complete this tutorial, and the deadline is 2nd of September. Okay. And we have a quiz. There is no class on 27th, and we have a quiz on 28th and 29th. So 28th of evening 5 p.m. will start. And there is an echo, so please bear with me. I just wish to finish, whatever I'm telling. So 28, 29, there will be quiz. 28 evening will start at 5, and 29th entire day will continue. The fixture will be given to you. You have to be present, in those fixtures only. Everybody will have 5 to 6 minutes, and it's a viva. It's basically I'll be asking from the lectures up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These 3 lectures, and first 2 tutorials, tutorial 1 and tutorial 2. Okay. And you don't have a class. So I go one by one. 27, there is no class. 28, 29, you will have quiz. Okay. And then 30, again, we will have a lecture. This particular tutorial, you have to submit by 2nd. Okay. And in the quiz, the lectures 1 to 6 will be the syllabus and the first 2 tutorials. Okay. Any question you have related to the quiz and anything else which is confusing here?
Sir, one more thing was there in quiz, as in Viva, as in like you will give a slide and we have to explain something like.
Yes. All six lectures, I wish you go through top to bottom. I will flash a slide and I'll tell you to explain the slide to me. And it will be my choice. I will be randomly choosing those slides.
Okay. So like we have to explain it. We don't have to write or something like that.
Nothing, no writing, nothing. I just wish to test that you are studying, you are understanding what is going on. Say first six lectures you have understood. I may give you not only one slide, I may give you 5, 6 slides also. And I'll give you about 30 seconds, 40 seconds to quickly explain me those things, right? So you should be, when the schedule is given, you should be in the queue. The TA will allow you in inside will call you and allow you in inside the quiz. You give your quiz for 5 minutes and then it's okay. Then you leave. So you have to basically spend 5, 6 minutes with me explaining a few of the slides. It will be a quick fire, say suppose I ask you explain me the Newton's law of cooling. What is H? What is the unit of H? What is A? Okay, and you have to quickly give me the answers in a very clear cut and crisp manner, so that I understand that you have understood the concept very well. Could I answer your question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. So those who are studying all the, say, suppose I ask you to go for say if you take a gradient of a temperature, right? Whether it's a vector or a tensor, or if you take a gradient of a temperature, right? Whether it's a vector or tensor. So these sort of things I'm going to ask. I will be asking about 5-6 quick fire questions from different slides. Essentially, I will try to cover all the 3 chapters for each one of you. The slides will be open before you come, and you have to explain what is happening there. I will even ask if there is a plot that I have taught in the class, I will ask you to explain the plot, the details of the plot. I will actually not leave any of the slides. So it can be any slides that are there in these 3 lectures. So be very careful, don't skip anything. And I am a very lenient marker. If I get that hint that you have understood this, you will get full marks. But if I see that you are lacking behind and you are not doing it, then you will see that the marks will go down very drastically. Okay. So 27, there is no class. 28, 29, we have quizzes. 30, 31st, lectures. Okay. Second, you submit tutorial, and third will be another tutorial. Okay. So this is the layout for the next 2 weeks. Any question?
Sir, will the quiz will be
sir.
roll number wise?
The fixture will be given to you.
Okay, sir.
Okay, the time wise, if everybody's 5 minutes allotted, the TA has prepared, he's going to share with you. Okay, yeah.
Sir, in future also all the quizzes will be like this only.
Yes, in the same manner. All 3 quizzes will be in the same mode. Okay. So that I understand you have studied the part, right? Yeah. Else?
Sir, when will we get the marks for our tutorial that we have submitted?
Say suppose 3 tutorials. Once you finish, I think they are tabulating. So I will give you the marks in bulk. Okay. So first 4 tutorials, maybe you will find an Excel file where the marks will be there. Okay. Akshay, I'm finishing the class. 1 minute. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Anything else? No? ठीक है then. Thank you. Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.